Good evening. Coming up tonight.
Students gathered on Green Street to try to view the eclipse.
Plus, the champions are back in Columbia, and South Carolina is celebrating.
And how you can enjoy this year's Birdcage performance.
All that and more tonight on Student News at 7.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio.
This is Student News at 7.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Grace Berkery.
And I'm Clarissa Meyer. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Were you watching the solar eclipse this afternoon? If not, we've got you covered. Campus this afternoon was swarming with students at the observatory and other areas, laying out their blankets and enjoying the show. South Carolina did not lie in the path of totality, but 80% of the sun's surface was covered today. At around 3:10 p.m., when the sun did reach its maximum coverage from the moon, it created an uncanny sight and a temperature drop. The observatory provided several fancy gadgets to safely view the sun, including a solar scope, a Celestron C8 with solar filters, and sunspotter projection scopes. This eclipse is unfortunately the last one for quite a while. The next total eclipse is predicted to happen in the summer of 2044. So I was out there on Green Street today, and I have to say the observatory had a good turnout, but I didn't have the solar glasses, and it was quite hard not to look, but I know you can't do that.
Yeah, you're supposedly, it's supposed to get, blind or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me and my friends were on the back porch, of the house, and we were tanning, and suddenly we hear the girls of the house next door. They go, "Look up, the sky!" And then they did not indeed have glasses on. So let's hope they don't
look up.
Yeah,
don't look at a solar eclipse in 2024.
2044. All right, USC's first annual Cancer Prevention Week was just this past week to help boost awareness for the cause. Hoping to get students involved and active in cancer prevention and awareness, multiple events were hosted, such as panels and small group discussions with medical experts and partners. Throughout the week, some attendees even had the chance to join in on yoga and meditation practices with the Center of Health and Wellbeing. According to the Cancer Prevention Week project proposal, the goal is to explore the fundamental science to create a deeper understanding of managing health through science, lifestyle, and community. A 4-year biochemistry student hopes the week gave students the opportunity to take charge of their health and potentially learn how to prevent multiple leading diseases in the future.
A University of South Carolina charter bus carrying students to New Orleans crashed, injuring 11 people and leaving the driver in critical condition. Mississippi Highway Patrol stated that a blown front tire caused the bus to crash into a center concrete wall, ejecting the driver. Then a quick-thinking student grabbed the steering wheel and stopped the bus to prevent further harm. The students were members of USC's Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity, and the university is providing mental health and academic support services for those affected. For now, officials say this is still under investigation and that they will release more details soon.
Coming up after the break, SGTV sports reporter Corinna Porter and Isabel Davis will give us the latest in sports. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Corinna Porter.
And I'm Isabella Davis, here to give you the latest in sports. Gamecock women's basketball is officially the 2024 national champions after defeating Iowa in the championship game yesterday afternoon at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Ohio. This marks South Carolina's third NCAA women's championship title after beating the Hawkeyes 87-75. The Gamecocks' Tessa Johnson had a career-high 19 points, but Camila Cardoso was the MVP, who scored 15 points and 17 rebounds in the Natty game. At the start of the game, Iowa had a 10-point lead and held off South Carolina until halfway through the second quarter. The game was back and forth during the first half until a layup from Raven Johnson put the Gamecocks up 49-46 at the break. The Hawkeyes were unable to regain the lead in the end. South Carolina starters Tahina Pau Pau had 14 points and Chloe Kitts had 11. This victory for South Carolina marked them as the 5th Division I program to complete an undefeated season, 38-0. This was the first time in women's basketball since 2016 UConn the Gamecocks completed an undefeated national championship game. Iowa's Caitlin Clark had 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. This did not stop South Carolina's defense to get ahead of the Hawkeyes in the last quarter. Sweet revenge for the Gamecocks after Iowa beat them in the tournament last year in the Final Four. The national champions are back in Columbia and had a welcome home celebration today at Colonial Life Arena to celebrate their big win, with plenty of USC students and Gamecock fans showing support. Now, I was there today at Colonial Life Arena to take part in the welcoming back celebration for the team, and it was just so exciting. Everyone was there, from fans to people in the community. Corinna, were you able to make it out there for the celebration?
Yes, I luckily was able to make it out because my class got canceled, and it was so amazing to see all the community really coming out for the team.
That's awesome.
The celebration really started right after that win yesterday from the confetti in Cleveland to a special tradition in Columbia. Our Violet Raftery and Sarah Munoz talked to the USC students filling the fountain.
From dancing to diving, South Carolina is making a splash. It's tournament tradition to jump in the Thomas Cooper Library fountain after a big win, and that's just what USC is celebrating now.
Go Cox, baby!
The Gamecock women's basketball team has topped off an undefeated season with the NCAA championship title, and South Carolina students are going for a swim.
How do you guys feel after jumping in the fountain?
I feel absolutely amazing, and it's Cox by 90, women's basketball all day, Cox by 90.
It's indescribable being here for 3.5 years and getting to do it for the second time. Was it worth it?
So worth it. 100%, always.
So worth it. Would you do it again?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Feel right now. Let's go, Cox! I'm really cold.
Oh, it feels incredible. I might get some sort of disease, but I mean, look at this. Go, Cox! Yeah!
Sarah, what a way to end an undefeated season.
And such a remarkable celebration by the fams, too.
Let's take a look back at how this team got here.
From starting the season with 100-point wins, through an undefeated run, to the SEC title, and finally to the championship, the Gamecocks were busy making history all year. Naismith Coach of the Year Dawn Staley brought her talented roster all the way to national title number 3, which is the perfect excuse to celebrate from Columbia to Cleveland.
If you were there today, would you do it with the students?
Oh my gosh, absolutely yes. 100%.
If I can talk my husband into taking us down there, we will.
For SGTV, we're Violet Raftery and Sarah Munoz.
Thank you, Violet and Sarah. Now, I also got the chance to be out there at the fountain yesterday. The energy was great at that, too. Such a fun tradition.
It was. I was there as well. I practically ran to the fountain the second that we won, and I even saw some guys pushing each other in rafts in the fountain. It was fun, and everybody was just excited.
Now, South Carolina softball had a little something to celebrate this weekend as well. The team dropped back-to-back games against Mississippi State on Friday and Saturday, with the Bulldogs getting 2 shutouts in as many days. But the Gamecocks came back for the upset win yesterday. Elena Vaughter pitched a complete game in what was almost a shutout win of her own. Vaughter allowed just 1 run on 4 hits. At the plate, the Gamecocks started off strong, scoring early with a Zoe Leno single in the bottom of the first. South Carolina plated 2 more runs in the bottom of the 6th, both from a Bree Warren RBI double. While the Gamecocks ultimately dropped the SEC series, they avoided the sweep on Sunday.
Over at Founders Park, Gamecock baseball hosted Texas A&M this weekend. South Carolina lost in the opening game on Friday, and SGTV was there on Saturday.
I'm here at Founders Park, where the South Carolina Gamecocks just fell to the Texas A&M Aggies 6-3. It was a full house at Founders Park on Saturday. The Aggies offense came out hot, plating 3 runs in the first inning. The Gamecocks were able to get on the board in the 3rd inning, thanks to Kennedy Jones and an error by Texas A&M. Ty Good pitched 5 2/3 innings in relief, recording 6 strikeouts. Gavin Costas celebrated his birthday with a pinch hit home run in the 8th inning to bring the Gamecocks closer to the Aggies, but ultimately fell short. Pitchers Tanner Jones, Shane Sadeo, and Evan Aschenbach combined for the Aggies' win.
For SGTV, I'm Sarah Munoz.
Thank you, Sarah. South Carolina came back on Sunday with a 6-5 win in the final game of the series. The team will play North Carolina next in Charlotte tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Coming up after the break, SGTV entertainment reporters Destiny Austin and Haley Brown will lay down the talk of the town. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, Carolina. I'm Haley Brown.
And I'm Destiny Austin, here to give you the latest in this week's entertainment. Make sure to mark your calendars for the 26th annual Birdcage Drag Show this Thursday. The show will be taking place in the Russell House Ballroom at 8 p.m. This year's headliners are Laganja Estranja, a renowned contestant from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6. Returning this year is local lineup Kenya Pleaser, Ebony Wood, Gouda Judy, and many more. Guests will get to see a night of fashion, runway, and drag performances. All students are welcome and seats are limited. Don't miss out on a night of entertainment.
On Saturday, the Koger Center will be rocking and rolling with Elvis music, ballet style. South Carolina Ballet will perform William Starrett's Elvis Ballet, a show that celebrates the musical legacy of Elvis Presley. The show features 30 of the King of Rock's hits, including Jailhouse Rock and Heartbreak Hotel. This show blends jazz, contemporary, and ballet-style dancing with electric rock. Shows are at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., and tickets can be purchased starting at $30 on the Koger Center's website.
Ladies, get ready for an exclusive event just for you. Girls Night Out, sponsored by Champion, will take place on April 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Join USC ladies in the Russell House bookstore for After Hours with Champion. While a live DJ will be spinning the beats, guests will get to enjoy personalize their own canvas tote bags, indulge in delicious candy, and a DIY crop bar. Grab your besties and make this a night to remember.
Country artist Sam Hunt is coming to Colonial Life Arena this Friday. He's known for his hits Break Up in a Small Town, House Party, and Body Like a Back Road. He'll be joined by fellow country singer Brett Young, who's known for his songs In Case You Didn't Know and Mercy. He will also be joined by the upcoming country singer Lily Rose, who broke out on TikTok in 2020 with her song Villain. Tickets can be purchased through Ticketmaster for as low as $25. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7:30 p.m. Destiny, I think this is such a great price for a show with artists of this level of talent. I think that everyone should definitely consider going.
Oh, do you listen to country music? I personally don't, but...
I don't listen to a ton of country music, but all of those Sam Hunt songs I mentioned have been on my playlist in the past, and I think he's great.
I'll have to give it a listen. That's all your entertainment news for tonight. After the break, Carissa and Grace will return to finish up tonight's news. Stay with us.
The Sexual Assault and Violence Intervention and Prevention Office held the first annual Yes Fest on Green Street last Thursday. SGTV reporter Aaron Smith was on the scene. Take a look.
USC's first ever Yes Fest brought a variety of organizations together to bring awareness to April being Sexual Assault Awareness Month. This event promoted healthy relationships, boundaries, and consent awareness. On this windy day, the Department of Sexual Assault and Violence Intervention and Prevention was met with organizations both in and around USC's campus community. Student Health and Wellbeing, Planned Parenthood, USC Police, and the PALSS Mobile Medical Unit were some of the organizations in attendance.
All these resources are here to stress the importance of healthy relationships, especially in a community as large as ours.
In a study that used data from the CDC, Columbia ranked in the top 25 from U.S. cities with the highest STD rates this year. Director of Mental Health Initiatives, Nikki Bowie, hopes to inform students.
I want to make sure that our students are healthy in all aspects and that they know the resources on campus that they can come to if they ever have an issue.
Kirsten Hobbs, the Interpersonal Violence and Prevention Program Coordinator at USC, sees events like these encouraging students to learn more.
Kind of the impact we see is just that snowball effect of this person came to this event and now they're excited about it and now they're coming back to learn more.
Fest gave students the opportunity to act now by getting free STD testing, but also the knowledge to get any help in the future.
Female student, it's really good to know that these resources are here for me and for my friends.
For SGTV, I'm Erin Smith.
Thanks, Erin.
A new type of bookstore is coming to the Arcade Mall in downtown Columbia. The bookstore is called Queer Haven Books and wants to provide another welcoming place to the LGBTQ+ community. Originally, the owner, Baker Rogers, wanted to introduce more queer establishments by opening a gay bar, but decided a bookstore would be a better idea. Rogers hopes the bookstore will create a space where people can come together and not only just shop. For future prospects with the bookstore, Rogers wants to be able to support and sell other queer artists' work with art shows and more. The grand opening was just this past Sunday, so the Columbia community can head downtown to check it out now. If you have gone through 5 Points this past week, you might have noticed some more construction underway. 5 Points is undergoing a transformative change that will take around 6 months to complete. The popular dining and shopping village will be changing from 4 lanes to only being 2 lanes. These improvements are aimed at creating a safer environment for pedestrians and small businesses, ultimately hoping to regulate vehicle speeds. When complete, 5 Points will feature a new bike lane, a new median, a lane specialized for commercial vehicles, and many new crosswalks. I'm super excited about these changes. I've seen the construction and it's a little overwhelming right now, but once it's finished, everything will be just so much more walkable.
No, yes. What I'm most excited for is that slant on the sidewalk. I know some of you know what I'm talking
you
about.
guys know.
And you have to literally walk like this. So that's gonna be perfect.
And especially coming over from everyone close to campus that doesn't have a car, they can just walk over and definitely be a better situation.
Exactly. Changes to parking fees are coming to Columbia Metropolitan Airport next month, an airport that many USC students use to fly to and from home. Starting May 1st, surface parking is increasing from $10 to $12 a day, and garage parking is increasing from $14 to $17 a day. The increase in price is due to some changes that the airport wants to make to its parking system. This includes using contactless parking management, where users can enter and exit the garage with only a QR code, as well as updates to the garage, like an extra ADA accessible elevator. Any bookings made before May 1st will not have the updated prices. That wraps up tonight's edition of Student News at 7.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtv@usc.com. For SGTV, for the last time, I'm Grace Berkery.
And I'm Clarissa Meyer. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, and for the last time from this duo, forever to thee.